Hey, good morning. Sorry about that. Hold on. Sorry about the mic. Good morning from the office. Tuesday morning, right? Hold on just a minute. I know I had plenty of time. I should have been able to get ready, right? But I want to make sure I turn these phones off so I don't get any interruptions during the show. Made a lot of notes, so we got to get that going. Hey, I hope you enjoyed your Memorial Day weekend. I hope in your celebrations of a 3-day weekend you took the time to remember the fallen that gave all so that I could be here this morning. And so you could enjoy the freedom that you enjoy, okay? So you can enjoy that freedom. I'm trying to clean up. I spilled coffee like a minute ready to go on the show. So let's get started. Tuesday morning, we are back. Glad to be here. And good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. And let's show Josh how they can contact the show at any time. There you go, chief@fetchernews.com. And there is the phone number. You can text me or call anytime. That's a 24/7 news hotline, and also you can email me, text me if you ever want to be on the show, or while the show is going on, text me and let me know you agree or disagree with something. There are all the social media ways you can follow the show. So moving right along, we've got a lot to do. I want to ask a question. Now at 9 o'clock, first of all, at 9 o'clock, we're going to start part one. And we're going to start part one of what we call our series of Blue Ridge Blighted Property Ordinance. And this is an interesting 36-page ordinance by the city of Blue Ridge. And I'll tell you what, I'm bringing it up now at 8 o'clock because you really... No matter what city you're in America, no matter where you're at in America, this is happening to you, okay? And it's not happening in Atlanta. I mean, these cities are so far gone. I mean, their ship has sailed, okay? It's not happening in Chicago. Again, this is happening in small towns, okay? And it all started under the guise of revitalization of small towns where the big box stores took, you remember, out on the bypass? Everything moved out on the bypass and downtown died. Well, this created quite an opportunity for some people. But anyhow, the city of Blue Ridge introduced a 36-page, and we can only do a little at a time, okay, a 36-page document that they want to, okay. Now they want to have 2 readings of this and then vote on it, 36 pages. And so we're going to go into that, and it's called, all right, it's actually, the name of it is Blue Ridge Blighted Property Ordinance, 9 o'clock. I promise 9 o'clock. I don't know how long. You know how I am. I don't know how long it'll last, but it's something we want to talk about at 9 o'clock. So bear with me there. Why did the President of the United States... Now, wait a minute, Josh. Why did the President of the United States go to Japan? I don't know. But before we start today's show, there's two things I want to do, all right? Number 5, Bill Buckner died, 69 years old. He died, and we all know what he is remembered most for. Red Sox first baseman Bill Buckner died. Number 5, play the video, Josh. Let's see if you can remember 1986 Game 6.
Little roller up along first, behind the bag, it gets through Buckner, here comes Knight, and the Mets win it!
Okay, folks, first of all, you know it's very unusual for me to use the word hate. Put Buckner's picture back up if you can remember which one it was. It's very unusual for me to use the word hate. It is. I just don't come on the show and do that. I hate the Red Sox. I mean, what is the word loathe, right? It's very, very few and far in between. I don't even like the word loathe, just pronouncing it, but I loathe them, hate them, despise them. Wish the worst on the Red Sox. Sorry, I knew I would get emotional. But Bill Buckner is not the reason they lost the 1986 World Series. He actually is a good guy. He was a good baseball player. He's not Hall of Fame material to me, but in the grand scheme of Major League Baseball, this guy was a good guy. He wasn't on the tabloid front page day in and day out. He is most remembered for Game 6 of the World Series, 1986, Game 6, with the Mets and the Red Sox. I think at this time the Red Sox hadn't won a World Series 78 years or whatever, and the curse of the great Bambino, Babe Ruth, the New York Yankees curse on the Red Sox. So they're playing 1986. They're in the World Series. They are in the 10th inning. They are leading. Buckner makes this play. The Red Sox win the World Series. Okay? And they're playing deep because they don't want anything out of the infield. Okay? They want nothing out of the infield. And as what Buckner says, they're playing deep. He wants nothing out of the infield. Mookie Wilson comes up. It's the 10th inning. He hits this slow roller down first. Buckner charges it. It goes through the legs. It rolls out in the outfield. Boom. Ray Knight comes in. The Mets win. Now, the lead that was blown before this play, nobody talks about. The reasons why the Red Sox are in the 10th inning, nobody talks about. Okay? That's it. Now, I will always say, and people will always, if the ball rolls through your legs, you will be referred to as Bill Buckner. You got Bucknered, okay? I understand that. I get it. But you know what? The guy did not lose the 1986 World Series because not many, when Mookie Wilson hit that down first base and it went through his legs, and next thing you know, Ray Knight is in and the Mets win Game 6. Again, nobody talks about having to go to the 10th inning, what took them there. And nobody talks about Game 7 where the Red Sox, the Red Sox were up 3 runs. Bill Buckner had nothing to do with Game 7 when the Red Sox were up 3 runs and the Mets came back from a 3-run deficit to go on to win Game 7 and the World Series in 1986. Overall, and I'm going to tell you, this is a stretch. I've never defended a Red Sox player. Never have, okay? All right, his overall batting average, okay, was 289. His RBIs, he had 1,208 RBIs. He had 183 stolen bases, all right? 183 stolen bases, 1,200. And here is the one that nobody talks about that much. This guy in his career had 1,215 home runs. All right? 1,215 home runs. He played, all right? He played from 1969 all the way up to 1990, okay? 1990. From 69 to 90. 22 years the guy played Major League Baseball. That's kind of unheard of now. And 2,715 hits, 289 lifetime batting average, 1,208 RBIs, and 183 stolen bases. That's the best I can do for a Red Sox. But, hey, the guy died 69. I wanted to give him his due. That was over the top, wasn't it, Josh? That was over the top. I mean, that was a big leap for me to do that. You know it.
Yeah, that was surprising.
Okay, now let's go on to Bart Starr. Okay? I know this is not a sports show, damn it, but just relax, okay? Just relax. Now, number one, this is the first, and I wanted to do this for a reason. This is the first actual memory, and I'm pretty positive this is on a Bart Starr trading card. This is probably the earliest memory I have, okay, of Bart Starr, the Green Bay Packers, all right? Really, he really brought the quarterback position around to the modern day. I mean, before Joe Namath or Dan Marino or Tom Brady, this guy right here, Bart Starr, that is the vision I remember as a kid, the earliest one. And here is number 2 on Bart Starr. Number 2. What a great coach. I mean, when you look at number 15, Bart Starr, and you look at Vince Lombardi, some people are going to get mad at me, but you look at Tom Brady and Belichick, okay? This is the first amazing coach, one of the greatest coaches to ever live. I know Belichick, it's a big argument, and Bart Starr, his quarterback, and you look at today, Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. Anyhow, let's play the video on Bart Starr and give him his respect this morning also.
Touchdown! Starr hitting beautifully.
The difference this afternoon was the passing of Bart Starr.
Pumps once, fires up the middle, the pass is complete to Boyd Dowler for the touchdown. Seconds remaining, 17 to 14. Takes the snap. He's got the quarterback sneak, and he's in for the touchdown, and the Packers are out in front. And the Green Bay Packers are going to be world champions.
Back to me. So I understand some of you tune in, and this is not a sports show, and you're very upset that I took 10 minutes of this morning to talk about Bart Starr and talk about Bill Buckner, but you know, what the hell, I don't care. It's what I do, right? No, all right, folks. All right, so moving right along from my morning tributes, Bart Starr passed away at 85 years old, and Green Bay Packers, first memories I have, those are the first memories I have, period, of NFL football is Bart Starr, and very young, starting to hear his name and seeing that picture. And God knows the Cowboys love Bart Starr, right? Cowboy fans. Now, that being said, there's a couple things I want to talk about this morning. Why would the media, sorry, let me get back to where I was at. I was getting my pictures up. Why would Democrat candidates, okay? Why would Democrat candidates, and show me number 16. 16. Why would all 22, we don't have time, so let's put a couple up. There's Klobuchar. Senator McCain compared Trump to dictators, and that's what she's doing. They're doing anything to get this right here. They're doing anything they can to get some airtime, to get their name mentioned in any way whatsoever. So why would any? Wait a minute, I got a text. I had to look at it. Okay, so why would any? And give me number. Let me do this. 19. He's creating a club We'll go over that in a minute, okay? There's Buttigieg, and let's just throw up Bernie, and then we'll stop there for a second, okay? Or no, let's go to number 39. There's Biden, right? All right, Trump backs Kim Jong-un over Biden. We will get to that in a minute. And where is Bernie? I know I have Bernie here somewhere. Okay, Bernie, number 47. Trump backs Kim Jong-un over Biden. They went to everyone. Why would a Democrat presidential candidate waste any of their money on doing opposition research? The media does their opposition research. I'm serious. They do all the opposition research they can. They run the narrative for them. And they have nothing. And you can prove they have nothing at all. They're a nervous wreck. I told you this Thursday, okay? I told you this Thursday. They are absolutely a nervous wreck. Here's number 48, CNN. Christine Roma, right? Or Roma, as I think her name is. Trump backs Kim Jong-un over Biden. Calls former VP low IQ individual while misspelling his name. Okay. This is what they have. They have nothing. Nothing at all. Okay? They are in such a loss. They don't know which way to turn. Okay? What's happening on Wall Street this week? Number 44. Okay? Now, let's stop right there because I want to do a different segment here, Josh, because they have nothing. There's a possibility of in the 30s, that Trump has support in the black community, also known as the African American community. But to many, it's the black community. There's a possibility he has not. I'll tell you when I want to start the segment. He has 30%, okay? There's a possibility he has 30% approval rating in the African American community. They have, all they can do is run climate change, okay? Tariffs. They will try to convince you are damaging retailers. And I want to talk about that. That's going to be my segment. Tariffs from China are damaging retailers. And the reason I want you to pay attention to this one, because this is one of my point out very clearly the lies that they tell you. They have nothing. They are a nervous wreck. I think if the Republicans get their act together, I think Donald Trump will win 2020. The president will win re-election in a landslide. And his coattails will pull the House of Representatives back into the majority. But they can't fall for what the media, there's nothing worse than the day Republicans think that the media likes them. And that makes me a nervous wreck. They can't fall for this. Now, Josh, let's focus on a different segment here right now, okay? And I just want to wait a minute, before you do, why did President Trump go to Japan? Number 7. We're going to do that. We're going to get that one, I promise. But number 7, why did President Trump go to Japan? If you listen to what I consider the deep state media that trying to protect globalists, oh, by the way, Europe is not accepting globalism and immigration quite the way that the media wants to lead you to believe that they are. Where is the media on Theresa May? Where is the media on Le Pen? Is that her name? The French opposition candidate to Macron in the EU? What about Italy and Brussels? What's going on? Nothing Donald did. The media is trying to figure out how Donald Trump, and they're actually doing it, how Donald Trump is responsible for what's going on in the EU. Okay, and we'll go over that later. But why did he go to Japan? Just to play golf? Is that why he went to Japan? We'll talk about that later. I got to stay focused. Let's get, now this is a segment, I promise I won't change it, Josh. I want this one by itself, okay? Now, tell me when you're ready. All right, what's happening on Wall Street this week, okay? Now, tariffs right now and our trade relationships, take that off the screen. I'm sorry, I don't want to start with that. Well, trade relationships with Japan. Let's go with number 34. What's happening on Wall Street this week? Investors watching retail earnings and second estimate of first quarter GDP. Okay, this is CNN right out of the box. Now let me explain something that they're not going to get all the math correct on. All right? But you have not stopped purchasing. America has not stopped making purchases. So, what they want you to believe is that the tariffs with China, the trade war, all of the issues concerning trade around the world are putting such a vice on your favorite stores. Okay? Now, let's go to number 35. What's happening on Wall Street? Okay? Kohl's, Walmart, Home Depot. What's happening on Wall Street this week? Investors watching retail earnings. Okay? Now, what they will tell you is they're going to tell you that all of these box stores are hurting, and they have statements from all three, okay, that say that the tariffs with China, okay, are going to cause prices to go up. Let's go to number 36. Earnings this week. Gap, Abercrombie and Fitch, Costco, and I don't know who that, I've never heard of this, whatever the hell. Anyhow, so let me say this. Watching TV, these companies are stuck in old marketing plans, okay? You see most of these companies, and I won't throw Home Depot and Walmart in there exactly, but you see most of these companies like Gap, you see most of these companies like Kohl's, JCPenney. You see a lot of their marketing is focused around holiday sales. So whenever they're putting their yearly marketing plan out, they're not marketing to you in May and June. They're really not. They're not marketing to you at different times throughout the year. They put together, these people miss the whole, you would think, multi-million-dollar companies would have this figured out, okay? They miss what's happening now. They are in such a crisis to hold on to their brick and mortar and you coming in their store that they're still hoping to survive throughout the year on their holiday marketing. I'm serious. Let me explain that. There was a time where Best Buy, and I'm not picking on them, there was a time when Gap, there was a time when Kohl's, there was a time when Penny's, Sears, there was a time when if they pushed a massive amount of their marketing dollars towards, okay, a massive amount towards holiday or certain marketing times, that after that was over, the just residual purchases would do what? Sustain them until the next big marketing blast, Christmas, whatever it may be, Christmas, their biggest one, right? But guess what? After those major marketing blasts, which are not resulting in what they would like to, because you have your Cyber Monday. After those major marketing blasts for these companies, they're not getting the residual sales as though they used to. What do I mean by that? It's their own fault if they didn't figure it out. Things change. Now, how many of you over the weekend watched some TV shows that there was commercials for a new line of men's shorts called Chubbies, right? How many of you have joined a shaving club where razors are sent to your house, right? Shoes, women's clothing. How many of you are watching major TV programming and seeing an online apparel, women's clothing, shoes, men's dress wear, regardless, that are not your usual name brands that you grew up with? But this generation now in 18, 25, 30, they didn't grow up with Sears. How many new entrepreneurs are out there doing a good job marketing, taking what I call the box store's residual, customer base away? See, what is happening is you're ignoring, and I say this, and what you're going to say is, well, if you would have ever purchased one time at Abercrombie and Fitch, whoever they are, you would be seeing their ads. I've never purchased a razor in my life, but I know exactly all of the newfangled companies that are selling razors on the cheap by they market how they're marketing. And I've never bought one online, okay? I have never purchased a pair of shorts from Chubbies online, but they're marketing, okay? And they know what they're doing because they market effectively, and they're taking that customer base away from these stores, and they're getting themselves ready for Christmas and the major holidays. So every year with the internet and these new entrepreneurs that are growing a business, and you can't tell them no. I mean, heck, I look at men's shoes online. I look at all kinds of things online, and they're marketing to all of us. And they don't say Sears, and they don't say J.C. Penney's, and they don't. There's new names out there that people are going to. And what has happened, folks, is the marketing that used to be at Gap and used to be at these other box stores that they save for these certain times, okay? They save for these certain times. These companies now, these startups, are getting their residual customer, and then they do not get them back for Christmas. You cannot, hey, look, I don't live next to a metropolitan area. So we're in the big city of LJ. So I can't tell you I would never go in stores and look around. I just don't live next to them, and I chose not to and don't want to. Okay? But it is nobody's fault that things are changing and the box stores. Now, you have companies that are now have gone to effective internet marketing, effective delivery, changes in pickups. I mean, you have grocery store pickups. Walmart offers the pickup, okay, order ahead. Even food establishments are ordering the pickup, right? I mean, look at the stores that are, the restaurants that are making a deal with Uber Eats. Okay, they become a delivery service for restaurants. In fact, I don't know who would ever order McDonald's and have it delivered. But look at those. The changes. Okay? You either sign on or your restaurant's going to be sitting empty. Okay? You sign on or your box stores are going to be sitting empty. A lot of box stores that have switched to a major internet marketing campaign / gone to the next level are using their box stores as fulfillment centers. Is that what it's called? So if you order from a zip code, the closest store to that zip code pulls it off the shelf and does the shipping. So that way they still have the walk-in customers and they're doing their shipping too. So folks, don't believe, okay? Don't believe the lies that the media is telling you. Number 35, okay? Don't believe the lies the media is telling you. Now, they will come out and investors watching retail earnings and second estimate of first quarter GDP, okay? Retail earnings. Watch the way that's presented. Be very careful with the way it's presented, because it's not true. The retail earnings, if it's only surrounding the box store, be very careful. We're going to stay on top of that. I'm just trying every week when things come up, I try to highlight one of the strongest lies the media tells you. When I'm going to get done here, we got to go to commercial, and when we come back, we're going to talk about why President Donald Trump was in Japan in the first place, okay? And Sleepy Joe Biden. But here's the last thing I want to say on this. The media lives to lie to you every day, folks. This is one of their biggest lies they're trying to tell, okay? And all I want you to do is not listen to me. Start watching your internet. When you're watching TV, watch all these companies that are marketing to you, and think about when's the last time you saw a commercial for a box store on your viewing aid. Just saying. I'm your host, BKP. We'll be right back after these messages.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
It's always Truck Month at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, and that means maximum discounts no other dealer can touch, like over $11,000 off new Silverado crew cabs, or save over $5,500 off new Chevy Colorado. Nobody's got a selection like this, or bigger discounts than Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where it's Truck Month every hour, every day, every month, and where Chevy trucks cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in J next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in J next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and J, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
Welcome to Mountain Valley Motors. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Fiat vehicles available, plus a wide selection of quality used vehicles. Located at 7535 Appalachian Highway in Blue Ridge, we treat the needs of each individual customer with paramount concern. We know that you have high expectations, and as a car dealer, we enjoy the challenge of meeting and exceeding those standards each and every time. Allow us to demonstrate our commitment to excellence. Our experienced sales staff is eager to share its knowledge and enthusiasm with you. We encourage you to browse our online inventory, schedule a test drive, and investigate financing options. Visit us online or call us at 706-516-1053.
Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
You know, I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Josh, let people know how they can get in touch with the show, 706-889-9700, chief@fetchernews.com. And there are all the social media ways you can follow us. No, we did not change the format of the show. Got one of the viewers asking me, did we change the format of the show? No, they're two memorable things to me. And, you know, I don't like to come across as arrogant. I really don't. With an attitude, or jerk, or jackass. It's probably some of the things I've been called. But I don't like to. But they're two very, you know, when two important big things in your life, as I was telling Josh during the break, in 1986, I lived in the market, the New York market. I worked, whether you like it or not, I worked in New Jersey, whether you want to know that or not. And it was the one time that Yankee fans actually cheered for the Mets, because you don't do that in New York. You're either a Yankee fan or you're a Mets fan, okay? New York Metropolitans, right, or the New York Yankees. And it's the one time where Yankees fans were actually cheering for the Mets. It was a big deal in that market in '86 because the Mets were playing none other than the Red Sox, and we needed to prevent the Red Sox from winning a World Series. So, you know, so it was a big thing. I'll never forget Game 10. I mean, I was watching it, Game 10. We did not have, let me tell you something. Let's go down that damn road just for a minute. We didn't have TiVo. We couldn't record. We couldn't rewind and play it over and over. We could not pause when we went to the restroom. We could not go and get snacks. You watched right there. I know I'm getting worked up. So that is, you know, Buckner died. That was big. And number two, the first real memory I have of NFL football is Bart Starr. Real memory. Okay. Now, you know, how come, now let me show a little ass. Number 10, okay. How's that for a joke? Let me show a little. Trump is awarding the sumo wrestler the trophy. He is giving the trophy to the sumo wrestler. Trump went to a sumo wrestling championship thing. There's the trophy. And President Enzo Shaze, we'll just go with Japan president, right? Now, you would think Trump was only in Japan, okay? Only in Japan to badmouth Joe Biden. That's the only reason he went on the trip. All right, before I get into that, let me do this. Friday and Saturday, and Pickens County Dragons will be this Saturday. So if you go to fetchyournews.com, our Facebook page, there's photo albums that have been shared from the Union Panthers. There's thousands of photos that have been shared for the Fannin Rebels. There's thousands of photos that have been shared for the Gilmer Bobcats on graduation, okay? We try to make sure we highlight as many graduates as we possibly can. It's growing every year, and we love to do it at fetchyournews.com. And we just love to do it and put it out there. And you are welcome. We've gotten so many nice messages. So what if you get the yearbook? And I'm watching this morning in the background. I got Fox playing in here. And they run this story. So I went to read it, and I'll bring it up in just a minute. Number 49. So what if you run to the yearbook while we're talking about graduates, all right? What if you run to the yearbook and you see your picture in there and they blur out the mega? Now, these two young guys, they're in Littletown, Pennsylvania. We'll bring that up in a minute. They're wearing their Make America Great Again hats. And they go to open the yearbook. Now this is 19. No, it's not 19. This is 2019, okay? And these young guys are going to go get their yearbooks out in 30 years. and they're going to sit down with their kids. It's going to be the first sit down with their children. So nobody is, it's not a big deal. We apologize, right? So, Johnny says, hey, this is my friend Billy. We're in the cafeteria, all right? This was a different time, kids. We had President Donald Trump, and I tell you what, Make America Great Again hats, they were everywhere. The kids loved them. We loved them. See, they don't want you. This is a big story for a couple reasons, okay? A big story for a couple reasons. They don't want you to see the young people in America support this president. High school kids. Well, no, not my kid. Well, hell, I understand you got a coexist bumper sticker and nobody in the house is shaving. Woo! There you go. Just said it. Nobody. Just saying. Okay? And so, this is a big deal. These guys, they pop open the yearbook and it's 25 years from now, and they got little Billy and Susie. Daddy, let's go through your yearbook. Let's see those crazy hairdos. Let's see those bell-bottom pants and those high platform shoes. Well, that'd be my yearbook. Anyhow, so, and they're going through there, and those hats are blank. You don't think it's a big deal. You don't think, because they are trying to whitewash history. Number one, whitewash it, okay? And this is an AJC article. I went for several others, but this AJC popped up. Mega hats worn by Pennsylvania students blurred from high school yearbook. Little Town, PA. Now you get to Gettysburg and you shoot down, I forget the highway, towards Maryland. Officials at Pennsylvania High School have apologized after hats supporting President Donald Trump were blurred out from the school's yearbook. During Spirit Week at Littletown High School in October, Jeremy Gebhardt and a friend wore hats embroidered with the slogan, Make America Great Again. A photo was taken of the two boys. Spirit Week! they want to blur this out of history, folks. A photo was taken of two boys, but when it appeared in the school's yearbook, the photo was altered to blur the hats. Okay? I just think that whoever did this doesn't like Trump. Gebhardt, 16, told the television station, I wonder if he'll be 18 in time to vote. I mean, that is 2 years. Maybe he's just on the edge of 17. We were like, they blurred out our hats? I was infuriated because he wears that hat because he supports our president. Jeremy's mother told him. He's not doing anything illegal. He's wearing a hat of support. In a statement to the television station, Littletown Area School District Superintendent Christopher E. Bigger said the mistake was not noticed during the editorial preview process prior to print. We apologize on behalf of the yearbook club. It is not the policy or practice of the district to improperly censor speech. Now, let me ask you a question. How many of you watched the Pete Buttigieg town hall that was hosted by Fox News and Chris Wallace in New Hampshire at a high school? How many of you did that? How many of you noticed the questions by the high school staff, principals, assistant principals, counselors, whatever? Interesting. So you want us to believe here in this that the editorial staff, so somebody, okay? So I think these two guys have some grounds here. Yeah, I do. Because it's their yearbook. Who does the yearbook belong to? The class of? Whose yearbook? Do these kids sign a consent? I don't know, a waiver that says anything you do in that yearbook where we're concerned? Maybe they do. Maybe the parents sign something that say anything you want to do in that yearbook with my children, anything you want to alter, anything, you got the green light. Maybe they do. Whose rights are violated here? Who is attempting to erase the history of this school book, this school yearbook in Littletown, PA? Who? Oh, it's not a big deal. This is never a big deal. Okay, this is Fox News. This is me this morning. This is just making something out of nothing. Because let me tell you something. The picture was taken. They were wearing the hats that said "Make America Great Again" whenever the photographer took the picture. They knew that. It got submitted to a yearbook staff. There is a teacher, damn it. Every club, yearbook staff, whoever it is, everybody has, there's a teacher assigned. So the media department of this school, the teacher that was assigned to the yearbook to oversee it, okay, whoever their editorial staff was to go through, or the company that prints the yearbook. Somebody made this decision. Who made the decision? Whose rights were violated in Littlestown, PA, in this yearbook? Because mom says the son is furious. Absolutely furious. I'm just saying, why do you think I'm making a big deal of the story? I don't know. Here's another thing. Let me get this out of the way, because we're going to get to, okay, we're going to get to the president in Japan. And I want to do that. And then we want to talk about treason. And, well, we got a lot to go over. Okay? I know what you're saying. Look, James Comey, Brennan, they're all berserk over Trump, okay, declassifying or giving the Attorney General, William Barr, the green light by declassifying everything that he needs to look at. They are freaking out. We will get into that. I want to stay focused on a couple more things. Now, I want to do I should start my Get the Hell Out of Georgia segment. Just get the hell out of Georgia, okay? All right, now, number 12. And I'm going to take this personal. This is personal for me, okay? 1, I live in Georgia. 2, I'm pro-life. 3, I support the fetal heartbeat bill, okay, that Brian Kemp signed, the governor Brian Kemp signed. 2nd, Jason Bateman, kiss my asterisk, 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 because I'm telling you right now, the people of Georgia voted him governor knowing. And Stacey, don't come up with the Stacey Abrams garbage on voter fraud and voter this, that, and the other thing. I don't want to hear it. So the people of Georgia voted in our governor knowing where he stood on pro-life. Now, Jason, let me talk straight to you just for a second, okay? 1, some people don't quite agree with my humor. And my humor is I enjoyed Arrested Development. I never missed a one. There's always money in the banana stand. I never missed Arrested Development. 2nd, Jason, I've watched both seasons, okay, of the Ozarks. In fact, after season 1, I blew up every one of my friends like, you're not watching this. Really. I watched both seasons of the Ozarks. I'm pro-life, okay? Get the hell out. If you don't like it, don't threaten me and say, if it goes in effect, you won't come and film here. Get the hell out if you don't like it. Get the hell out of Georgia. I got one more and then we'll take a break, okay? Number 6, okay? Now, I thought, Opie, you would enjoy, okay? You would enjoy being seen as the 5-year-old here, okay, that you are. All right, this is before you lost your damn mind and lost your damn hair. And I know you're probably a customer of that company Keeps.com, right? So Opie, if you don't like it, Ron Howard, get the hell out of Georgia. You got it? Get the hell out, because listen, do I want to lose the film industry in Georgia? No. Do I want to support asking them to get out? No, I don't want to. All right? But Opie, I watched all your shows. I watched your Andy Griffith. I watched your Happy Days. I watched your American Graffiti. All right? You Hollywood types, we don't care. You need to know that although if you leave, it could be a struggle, but we had an economy before you got here. Georgia was one of the fastest growing. I know the economic recession everybody talks about, but one of the fastest growing economies in the United States at let's say 1997 and 98. So Opie, if you don't like it in Georgia, get the hell out. That's my segment on Get the Hell Out. I'm going to take a brief break. We're going to come back. I promised at 9 o'clock. It's going to be like at 9:06. It'll be part 1. Blythe and Blue Ridge, a 36-page ordinance. We're going to start our part 1 of looking at this as soon as we return.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
It's always Truck Month at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, and that means maximum discounts no other dealer can touch, like over $11,000 off new Silverado crew cabs, or save over $5,500 off new Chevy Colorado. Nobody's got a selection like this, or bigger discounts than Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where it's Truck Month every hour, every day, every month, and where Chevy trucks cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and LJ, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
Welcome to Mountain Valley Motors. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Fiat vehicles available, plus a wide selection of quality used vehicles. Located at 7535 Appalachian Highway in Blue Ridge, we treat the needs of each individual customer with paramount concern. We know that you have high expectations, and as a car dealer, we enjoy the challenge of meeting and exceeding those standards each and every time. Allow us to demonstrate our commitment to excellence. Our experienced sales staff is eager to share its knowledge and enthusiasm with you. We encourage you to browse our online inventory, schedule a test drive, and investigate financing options. Visit us online or call us at 706-516-1053.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Hey folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Here we go. Let's see. Josh put up, this is the way you can get in touch with me on the show, 706-889-9700, chief@fetchernews.com. And there are all the social media ways you can follow the show. It's going to be another hot one out there, folks. Now, it's 9:06, and I promised at 9 o'clock we were going to talk about this. And let's go with the, give me, I had it here, number 11, all right? Because this is only part one. And the reason I say this is there's a lot of questions that need to be answered. This is the Blue Ridge City Council. Now there's Harold. What's Harold's last name? Man, that was wrong. There's Nathan Fitz, the council member Nathan Fitz, Mayor Donna Whitener, council member Rhonda what is her last name? Rhonda Thomas Herndon, David Herndon, right? I guess, or I don't remember. Rhonda Thomas. I've been calling her Rhonda Thomas for so long. I apologize, Councilwoman Thomas. Robbie, what's Robbie's last name? Why am I drawing a blank? Couldn't somebody write this out for me? And Ken Gaddis. All right, anyhow, no disrespect to the council, all right? But this is Blue Ridge City Council. I'll get the names correct. God knows, I hope the reporting's right. So anyhow, this is the Blue Ridge City Council. Now, what we want to know is whose idea was this? Who said we should do this? Right? That's number one. Number two, what did they pay the city attorney to write this 36-page document? And here's exactly what I'm talking about, okay? This is 36 pages long. Leave the council up there because this is who's bringing this to you. And an ordinance number BR2 2019-08, May 14, 2019. An ordinance by the mayor and city council for the city of Blue Ridge related to derelict and blighted property. So our first segment here is, this is a 36-page document. Now, we will make sure it's posted on our website, and we will tell you how to find it. Go to the City of Blue Ridge's website, official website. Click on May 14th. Go to the calendar. Click on May 14th, and find the ordinance, and it is called, okay. It is called, I have it here, right here, hold tight, hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Hang on, the ordinance name is, there's section 7. Blue Ridge Blighted Property Ordinance, okay, that's the name of it, the Blue Ridge Blighted Property Ordinance. And what I want to say today, okay, is we all want safe communities, correct? We do understand there are times when condemnation takes place, okay? When a property is condemned, and there's legal ways to condemn property. There is state laws in condemning and putting a lien on the property if it's condemned, and cleaning it up if it's condemned. And condemnation, let's stay there just for a minute. Generally, it's based on safety, okay? If a house is falling down and nobody has lived there in a long time, and a house is truly dilapidated, or is that the word? I don't know. I got to pronounce a lot of different words. Or a blight, but it's unsafe. And let's say children go to this property and it's unsafe. And let's say children go inside the house and party on a Friday night because it looks like a haunted house or whatever, and it's unsafe. The porch could fall off any day. If somebody tried to go to the second floor, they could fall through. There's whatever. Okay, so let's start with that. So we understand. Let's go with what we understand. We understand in our community we do not want an unsafe structure. Okay, and there are times when condemnation would be the way to go. Okay, and there's legal ways. You contact the owners and you give the owners so long to clean off the property, and if they don't, then you have a legal remedy to do so. That's number one. Number two, drugs. Okay? Now, we don't want abandoned houses or slums or places that there are drug houses. Okay? And you don't want slums that, drug addicts are living in. You don't want meth houses. You do not want that in your neighborhood. Now, if you read the 36-page document, we understand. So if people are calling and complaining to the mayor and the council members about a drug house, or people moving into a place that does not belong to them because the place is abandoned and they're living there with no water, no sewer, no power because they are drug addicts, we understand you don't want that in your community. Well, then there's a such thing called law enforcement. That's why you call your city police. That's why you call your law enforcement. I'm not for sure that the Blue Ridge City police really want to give away or be challenged by the city with this enforcement and making a determination whether a house is being used for a drug house or somebody is living in an abandoned house dealing or selling drugs. That's called law enforcement. There are ways in the community, there are laws on the books where you can actually, if a house is a meth lab, or you can know for a fact that meth is, they've been smoking meth in this house, there's ways to actually condemn the property and take the property. There are remedies by state law already on drug properties. Okay, houses being used for drugs. Confiscations. So in this document, what I'm saying is we understand slums, we understand, dilapidated, I guess that's the word, houses that are falling down, that need to be condemned. We understand that. But this is a 36-page document that goes over and above those two areas. Way over and above. 36 pages. First of all, I recommend everybody read it because there's a lot of stuff in here. For example, okay, let me see where I'm at here because you have to read segments, and there's one in here that really concerns me, is the government coming to your property and wanting to come inside. This one bothers me. This one really bothers me, okay? Section 9, there's a couple. Section 9, general cleanliness of premises. The owner and occupant of property within the city shall be independently responsible for keeping the premises, including all buildings thereon and the full yard thereof, the yard, clean and free of all garbage, refuse, filth, dirt, ashes, trash, rubbish, and other offensive materials. means anything we go on that property and see that we think is not acceptable. What may it not be acceptable for? Community redevelopment? Community redevelopment means an activity, project, or service necessary or incidental to achieving the redevelopment or revitalization of a redevelopment area or portion thereof designated for redevelopment through an urban redevelopment plan or through local ordinances related to the repair, closing, and demolition of buildings and structures unfit for human habitation. Under their redevelopment plan, under their urban redevelopment plan, through ordinances, this is a bad document. You see, I want to know, and I want to say very clearly, I want you to know very clearly, I support, okay, I support no such thing as, I support law enforcement going in and cleaning out the drugs in the community. I support that. I do not want to see abandoned homes or abandoned buildings and druggies living inside the buildings. I don't want to see that, obviously. And there is a point where if the property has a dwelling that's falling down, okay, falling down and is unsafe and, you know, nobody lives there and it's abandoned, you need to take it down so for the safety of everybody in the community. There are remedies for that already on the books legally in Georgia. I understand City of Blue Ridge City Council and Mayor if you want to even write an ordinance that applied. But this is a big overreach. This applies to buildings on your property, your house, your garage, any structure on your property, anything that you have. This applies to commercial businesses. There's a lot. We can't unpack this 36 pages. Let me tell you another one. There is, you know, there's section 5, powers of enforcement official or his or her designee. Now the designee, his or her, a duly authorized enforcement official or officials. They're going to have an authorized official that can come and do this, or designee, in carrying out his or her duties pursuant to this article. The enforcement office or his or her designee to whom his or her authority is assigned shall, in addition to the powers otherwise confer upon delegated to him and her, the charter, other ordinances of the city. Investigate and inspect condition of dwellings, building structures, private property within the city to determine those structures and property used in violation of this article, entries into the private property. Okay? Listen very closely. Entries into the private property shall be made in a manner so as to cause the least possible inconvenience. Now, 5 of your neighbors or 5 people can complain, or any one of these council members can decide to tell the new code enforcement officer or the officer or designee to come and knock on your door. That's right. Now, what they may say, the council may say, is they may say, no, we're only going to go to ones where we have a legitimate complaint. We're only going to go to ones where, you know, we know that we need to go to. They are determining this, okay? They are. And it doesn't mean we're going to go to every house and every, you know, don't be afraid. But once this is done, they will have that right, okay? Now, here's the interesting thing. Now, you think about it, okay? And I know I'm going to get a lot of criticism for this, but you think about this. Now let me read this. This is under section 5, powers of enforcement official. I keep saying official or his or her designee. His or her designee. Go over there and look at that property. I designate you officially able to go over. What? Now, again, they're going to say that I am fear-mongering, and I'm not. I just believe in my constitutional rights, and I believe if I got an extra bag of trash on the front porch, which I've been known to do, and I could believe that I'm probably a nuisance, which I've been known to be accused of, or filthy. I've been known not to take a shower every once in a while. I know those are all jokes, but you realize there is a broad determination here that belongs to people that may not be elected that can knock on your door, okay? So, what if you're older? What if you're poor? What if you don't have the money to do the repairs that somebody thinks? What if you have a shutter that fell off the house and you just, because I have a shutter that fell off the house. What if you have a shutter that fell off the house and you just don't have the money to pay somebody to put it back, or it's not changing the way you live, but it becomes a nuisance, or it is something they don't consider, to be acceptable? I know what you're saying. Well, you're being silly, you're picking on things. No, it's not me. Do I feel you want to do that? I don't know. But your 36-page document has so much open self. You can self-determine these things, all right? You could decide these internally because it's such a broad description, okay? Broad description that you can make it almost anything you want if you read it. Now I'm going to close with this today. This is part 1. All right, so hold on, I had it here right here. Okay. City by empowered investigate and inspect condition of dwellings, buildings, and structures. A private property within the city to determine those structures and property uses in violation of this articles. Now this deals with entering your property. Entering, okay? Entries onto private property shall be made in a manner so as to cause the least possible inconvenience. Provided, however, the enforcement official shall not enter into an occupied dwelling or structure without first having obtained the consent of the owner, a person in possession. In those cases where consent to enter is denied after reasonable request. Who is making the reasonable request? After reasonable request, okay? So you got to understand, this is not a property where somebody's not answering the front door. We can understand. If we have an abandoned property and maybe the city says, hey, somebody needs to go check this abandoned property. It's been empty for a year. Who said you can't leave your property empty? You have to do what as long as you take care of the property, right? So anyhow, but this is after, okay, after you have been asked nicely. Shall enter into consent owner possession in those cases where consent to enter is denied after responsible request. The enforcement official may apply to a municipal court for an administrative search warrant upon showing probable cause that violations exist. To retain experts, including certified real estate appraisers, qualified building contractors, and qualified building inspectors, engineers, surveyors, accounts, and attorneys. So let me frame this the way I see it, and I'm going to put it like this. Hi, I'm the government. I'm your local government. I am locally your determining code official by the city of Blue Ridge. I have all these powers and rights that have been bestowed upon me. We feel it's possible that your house is not conducive for you to live in. We feel it may be possible that there's some violations of our codes within the doors of your home. We feel that possible. We hope you're having a nice afternoon. We are the government. We're here to help and make sure you're living in a safe, clean, responsible space. So what I'm asking you nicely, this is a reasonable request. Can I come in and look around? Now, I'll overlook you don't clean the living room, pick up your shoes. I'll overlook that there's some dirty dishes in the sink. I'm not here to make any judgments. This is a reasonable request. Now, if you choose not to let me come in and look around, you may tell the city that I'm very polite and I'm very nice, and I respect you telling me I can't, but I do have to let you know, it is my job to let you know that I can go get a search warrant. Now, I can apply for a search warrant and make all of our reasoning to a magistrate and ask for a search warrant. And when I come back, you'll have no choice but to let me look through your home. Now, I choose not to go get a search warrant. I want to do this by a very nice, rational tone, and I just want to come in for a minute. But don't forget, if you don't let me in your door, I can go make a case for a search warrant and come in your house. That's what I want to do. So I'm just here to help. I'm the government. Look, I understand, Blue Ridge City Council. If you want to get the drugs out, I'll be glad to help you. Tell me how. I'll be glad if abandoned homes that you feel are being used for meth labs or selling drugs or distributing drugs, I'll be glad to help, because I'm sure law enforcement, you do know we have laws on the books that actually law enforcement can go do their job, okay? And I'm not going down that road. I'm just saying there's law enforcement. Hey, City Council, I understand condemnation of a property falling down. I get it. And I understand the person across the street that just built the $400,000 house doesn't want to look across the other street and look at the 80-year-old home that maybe is pretty well kept up. I understand all that. Okay? There's a lot to unpack. 36 pages, folks. You need to read all 36 pages. Find out whose idea was this in the first place. What is the major motive behind this? Hey, if it's just cleaning up the town, let's find out. And 3, what did they pay an attorney to write a 36-page legal document? Wow. And could this touch on gentrification? Is that what it's called? Huh? We're going to talk about that in our next segment. But start unpacking the 36 pages and we'll get back to this issue. I wish the council all the best. You have my support. But really, I'm the government. I'm here to look through your home. Whoa. Take a break.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
It's always Truck Month at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, and that means maximum discounts no other dealer can touch, like over $11,000 off new Silverado crew cabs, or save over $5,500 off new Chevy Colorado. Nobody's got a selection like this, or bigger discounts than Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where it's Truck Month every hour, every day, every month, and where Chevy trucks cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in J next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in J next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and J, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
Welcome to Mountain Valley Motors. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Fiat vehicles available, plus a wide selection of quality used vehicles. Located at 7535 Appalachian Highway in Blue Ridge, we treat the needs of each individual customer with paramount concern. We know that you have high expectations, and as a car dealer, we enjoy the challenge of meeting and exceeding those standards each and every time. Allow us to demonstrate our commitment to excellence. Our experienced sales staff is eager to share its knowledge and enthusiasm with you. We encourage you to browse our online inventory, schedule a test drive, and investigate financing options. Visit us online or call us at 706-516-1053.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Hey folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. We're going to be getting out of here pretty soon because we have to get ready for instant replay with Lauren Hunter and Dave Garner, and we got to get out of the way at 9:50 on Tuesdays. Usually we do this show on Monday, but we're treating everything on Tuesday like it was Monday, right? I guess. Why was President Trump? I said at the beginning of the show, I would never pay, okay, for opposition research right now if I was a Democrat when you have all of the media doing your, and we're going to stop and do a little section on this. Let's go with number 7. Inze, look up the Prime Minister of Japan's name, okay, and see if you can pronounce it. I hear it Inze, and see if you can pronounce it for me, Josh. I just really struggle. But here's Trump. They're playing golf. Now this is number 7. Now there's a bad selfie. You don't do this, guys. This one was bad. I got it. This is the one time I'm critical. Number 8. But this is real, whether you like it, bad, so these two guys, this is the Prime Minister of Japan, okay, and President Trump, and these two guys like each other. I know, Joe Scar, you guys don't like that. They like each other. Here's number 9, okay. This is back when he puts the tie on, gets, puts the tie on there. And the contacts back in, I guess. Here's Trump, number 9. And here is number 10, the sumo wrestler, right? Trump's presenting the trophy there for the champion. They go to a sumo wrestling event. And there you go, okay? And so leave it there for just a second. Now let's go to number 17. Now read the caption this morning at 6:21. Biden campaign. This is from the Biden campaign, okay? Trump embraces dictators and tyrants, but MSNBC puts it up while alienating our closest allies, okay? 17 are closest allies. Josh, can you show me number 8 again? Now, folks, what I would like for you to do is look up, is it Okinawa, Japan? Look up how many troops, how many American men and women are in Japan. Look up one of our closest allies, the Japanese, right? But yet, they will write things like number 17, Biden campaign, Trump embraces dictators and tyrants while alienating our closest allies. Okay. Number 18. Now remember, president's in Japan. This is the reason they want you to believe the president went to Japan. Trump defends Kim Jong-un while attacking low IQ Joe Biden. Okay, he spelled Biden. He hit the wrong. Yeah, they're loving it. They're loving it. Okay, now let's go with 21. So President Trump is in Japan, and he says, "I really believe that Iran would like to make a deal. Iran, no prospect of negotiating with America." Coming back to that in just a second, but he said it in Japan. Okay. Lord, I got to get to all of these, okay? So here is number 28, a response from Biden. All right, campaign response to Trump's tweet. As Vice President Biden said in Philadelphia, Donald Trump embraces dictators and tyrants like Putin and Kim Jong-un while alienating our closest allies. Our closest allies, huh? Does he have responsibility for what's going on with Theresa May and Brexit? Does he have responsibility of what's going on with the tension between Brussels and Italy on the elections there in the EU? Donald Trump, he is? That is, then they went for the number 29. Wrong for the President of the United States, Trump, to criticize Joe Biden in Japan and to agree with Kim Jong-un. Politics stops at water's edge. Remember when politics stopped at water's edge? Never right to side with murderous dictators over fellow Americans. Number 30, Adam Kinzinger. Representative Kinzinger. It's Memorial Day weekend, and you're taking a shot at Biden while praising a dictator. This is just plain wrong. Couple more. Number 31, Trump defends Kim Jong-un while attacking low IQ Joe Biden. Spelled wrong again, all right? All right. Let me get through. I think I have some CNN ones that you must hear. Oh, number 39, Trump backs Kim Jong-un over Biden, calls former VP low IQ individual while misspelling his name. Calls him a low IQ individual while misspelling his name, attacked Joe Biden and sided with a dictator while in Japan. The humanity. Let's see if I have anything else. Number 45. Trump returning from Japan visit, increasingly isolated because of position on North Korea. Increasingly isolated. Okay. Number 46, CNN like this. Trump returning from Japan visit, increasing isolated for position on North Korea. Oh, they love that one. Then they went to get all these candidates' opinions, CNN. Trump backs number 47, Bernie Sanders. Okay, they get his position. Let's go back to number 46 for a minute. Yes, the president went to Japan. And let me remind you that the Secretary of State has gone and met with the Russians. We have met with several of, stopped in Saudi Arabia, okay? President Trump went to Japan to talk trade and what he plans to do concerning this guy here. Now, it's okay, and I don't know any of the background, but let me tell you something. It's okay that the president or what do they call, the prime minister of Japan gets up at the podium and condemns North Korea, calls it a violation, okay? Calls it a violation of a UN resolution that he is testing these missiles still. And President Trump says, hey, little Kim there, not little Kim the singer, but little Kim, you know what? I take him at his word. He's going to do the right thing. There's a reason, media, that Trump is keeping this position. There's a media, he's siding with a dictator. Now, what is the difference of Trump coming out and trying to act and give this guy a little respect? I know you don't like that. I know you cringe. I agree. You think Trump doesn't know who he is? Do you think Trump doesn't know Kim Jong-un and he's a dictator and his people are starving? His people are treated like dogs, absolute dogs in this country? Right? You think he doesn't know that? You think he doesn't know what he's doing? But no, the media has just the lowest respect for our President of the United States while he's in Japan. And what do? They ask him the questions. The media, they never talk about it. They ask him the questions about low IQ Joe Biden. And this guy says he's low IQ. Yeah, he's low IQ. Trump, if you ask him he's low IQ, yeah, he's Sleepy Joe. Nobody talks about the failure of Biden that wants to be president. Biden's been in Washington, D.C. for 40 years. Now he wants to fix things. Nobody talks about the failure of Biden and Obama with North Korea. Nobody talks about the failure of George W. Bush, all right, and Dick Cheney for 8 years with North Korea. Nobody talks about the failure of Bill Clinton, Madeleine Albright, and Al Gore in North Korea. We'll just stop there. Nobody talks about those failures. Nobody talks of what was left on Donald Trump's desk. Now, I don't believe anything that comes out of Barack Hussein Obama's mouth, but let's just say there was a statement that is true. He told Donald Trump, what'll keep you up at night is North Korea, right? Trump knows what he has to do here. Trump has warned China. He's went over there to talk to the Prime Minister of Japan, assured them, he's assured South Korea that he's not going to let this guy get out of hand. But you got to let me handle this. You could get out. Japan, you could say you're not happy. South Korea, you could say you're not happy with him testing. You got to let me handle this. You have no choice. Trump is over there doing what he has to do. All the media knows is he was on foreign soil and he called Joe Biden a low IQ and he took up with a dictator. Okay, that is stronger than the 24 failed years. All right, I got to get out, and I wanted to do this. Look at number 3. Number 3. Look at number 4. Stay with me just a second. Why did Dianne Feinstein secretly meet with Iranian official amid flaring tensions? Okay? This is from 2019, May 13th. Senator Marco Rubio sent a letter Monday to Attorney General William Barr for asking him to investigate whether former Secretary of State John Kerry violated federal law by continuing to meet with Iranian officials after leaving office. Feinstein, Kerry, we have people going around the world telling these people, evil dictators, the #1 support of terrorism, Iran. Now they talk about this dictator, Kim Jong-un, and they go after our president of the United States because Joe Biden was called a low IQ whatever. But they leave totally alone the country on the face of the earth that took 50 hostages, the country on the face of the earth that we had to give all their money back plus interest before they let our other hostages go, illegally, ransom, the country on the face of the earth that developed a nuclear technology that has helped North Korea, oh my God, has helped North Korea and has helped others with nuclear technology that signed a phony nuclear agreement, the country of the world that has killed, Kim Jong-un might be killing his own people, and yes, he killed Otto Warmbier, I don't want to argue that, but the country that has killed 5,000, if not more, of our men and women in Iraq, the country that is solely responsible for funding, when I say the largest funding mechanism for world terrorism, Iran, when that all happens, it's okay if we have Americans off our soil going and disrespecting our President of the United States and saying, just wait, Donald will be gone in a couple years. Well, I'm going to end the show with letting you know I don't think Donald will be gone in a couple years for the simple reason is black American voters are going to vote for, black African Americans are going to vote for him. Okay? All right? He is winning. They have nothing but climate change. Try to change the narrative on Joe Biden slamming black males in jail with Bill Clinton. Try to change everything they can and throw everything because they've got nothing. They've got nothing. I'm your host, BKP. Let me get out.